Good morning and Happy New Year, everyone. I see people are already in the chat. I see people tuning in. Okay, can everyone hear me? I just want to make sure. Okay, we're seeing good morning. Okay, good. I hope everyone can hear me. I have not been live in a while. I had to restart my phone, and I think everything is working well. But yeah, it feels like forever. Okay, good. You can hear me. Excellent. All right. Well, welcome, everyone. We're just going to give everyone a minute here just to locate the video and tune in because we are going to do our first live of 2026. Woohoo! Oh my gosh, I missed you guys. I was kind of like twitching a little bit throughout the holidays, wanting to jump on and get crafty with you. But I was busy and I know a lot of other people were too. So I just had to resist the urge and wait. So we're so excited about 2026. We have a lot of things planned. We've got a lot of grunt work ahead of us over the next 6 to 8 weeks. And we're looking forward to all of it. You were going through withdrawal. I was too. And so this Sunday is supposed to be our, what do we call it? Craft and Connect YouTube series. But I race this weekend, so I can't do Sunday. So I'm actually hoping to do Thursday evening. We're going to reschedule because, if you can't make an appointment, you have to reschedule it. So I am just going to reschedule it. And I think Thursday night is going to work. But I just have to iron out a few things on my schedule and make sure before I announce. But that's your little pre-announcement. I think it's going to be Thursday. Now, if you can't tune in on Thursday nights, that's okay. You can still make your appointment on Sunday nights for that. And then you can just rewatch the replay. And then you can craft along. So either way, it's going to be great. So what is Christina saying? Hello, curled in my blanket in my craft room. You were at the doggy park for an hour and you're freezing. Oh my gosh, that's when you have to get out that hot water bottle and put it on your lap and you'll warm up super, super fast. Okay, everyone is tuning in. Grabbed a warm beverage. Oh, grab a warm beverage. Yeah, that's a good idea too. If you get a little hot cider or coffee or something like that or tea. It'll warm you up. Shelby is definitely in the cardboard jungle. So as most of you know, we did eliminate in-person shopping from our umbrella of things that we do. And that was effective December 24th. So when we returned to the store yesterday, that was our first day of not having a retail outlet. And I know some of you are sad about that, but we know that we're going to win you over. And you will be happy with all the things that we offer. But that definitely is going to increase our shipping. And man, oh man, did you guys shop over the holiday season? So we got most of the orders pulled yesterday. I know the girls finished up a bunch of them this morning. And Shelby's still checking orders and Carrie has started packing. So we will be getting out those orders over the next several days. We're not going to be able to do it in one big swoop, but we will get them out as quickly as possible. Sometimes you just can't rush the process because we don't want to make mistakes. We want to make sure everything is right and packaged properly. Sometimes we have to communicate with people. But yes, the packages will be on the way and it'll be super awesome. And Judith says the notebooks were burning up. Yes, so you guys need to dust off your notebooks because you're going to be writing in them a lot this year. There's going to be a lot of stuff. I'm hoping to increase my online presence. That is my plan. Some of it will be pre-recorded. Some of it will be live. We have lots of fun things in the works. So hang on. It's going to be a great ride. Okay, so we're going to get started on today's live. And today I brought home some new Simple Stories collections that we received just before we closed for the holidays. So we didn't get a chance to show them. Actually, I didn't do many lives at all. We were so busy with orders. We did our 7 days of savings and then we kind of did our last couple of days of in-person shopping, which were super, super busy. And then we all kind of just took a big sigh and had our holiday break. So now we're going to get back into the swing of things. And I wanted to show those Simple Stories collections. So we will get into that in just a second. Now, I'm going to say with the product viewing, I know for our local customers, this is a big change for them. For all of you people who live a distance from us, you know, you're not going to, like, this is no different than any other shopping time that you've had with us. But for all our local customers that came into our store, you know, the biggest thing is seeing the products and, you know, being able to touch and feel them. And I completely understand that. But my job is going to be to bring them to you as best I can through videos. So I'm going to throw this out there. I'm going to be putting it in emails as well. If you guys have questions about particular products, or you want to see something a little more closely, all you have to do is send us an email and request that we show it in a live. And I am more than happy to do that, because sometimes it's nice to see how big something is in comparison to my hand, because, you know, seeing a picture of it online, sometimes you can't really get that, that comparison that you're looking for. So we are definitely willing to do live. So if you've got requests, please let us know. Okay, here's a question. Are you planning on attending Scrapfest as a vendor? Absolutely not. We did that for many, many years. We have not exhibited there since 2019, and it is not in my plans to do that. So we are a business that's almost 25 years old. And in those 25 years, I have aged. And lugging around 50-pound boxes and racking and the stress of preparing for an event like that is just not something I'm interested in doing anymore. There are other companies out there that do it, other stores. We're going to let them take care of that. And we are going to do what we do well. So I know we used to open our store that weekend so customers could come in and shop. But unfortunately, that's not going to be an option anymore either. So we are just going to move on to our new normal, and we're going to make it as great as we can. And if you are going to Scrapfest, we encourage you to enjoy the vendors that are there, and we will see you online. So that is the answer to that question. So, okay, this is today's prize. I like to give away prizes when I do lives. It is really a very fun thing for us to do. We pick up bits and pieces and things along the way from our manufacturers. We also get great deals on things. Sometimes we just have leftovers of stuff, and we like to pass that along to our customers. So this time I have a little prize pack for someone, and how this is going to work today. And we switch this up all the time. Today's draw, you have to place an online order today. It does not have to be anything that I'm showing in the live. I'm not going to restrict that today. But it is going to have to be a minimum of $25. So you can't put in a $5 order and get entered in the draw. Okay. So minimum $25 order. And that is before tax. Okay. So your subtotal has to be $25. If you're using any kind of reward coupon or anything else, then you have to make sure that that $25 is there after you take off those discounts. So $25. And in the comments of your order, you must put that you watched the live. Okay. So that is a must. I'm going to go through those orders, and if I don't see that comment, I skip right over you. So definitely make sure that you're following along with the rules. And then we will do a random draw and post the winner on our Facebook page tomorrow. Okay. So you have until midnight tonight. So whether you're watching this live right now, or whether you're watching this later on today on replay, you can still participate, but it's by midnight tonight. So our register will actually cut off at midnight. So if you place an order at 3 a.m, you're not going to sneak in, okay? Because that goes on the next day's register. So I only look at the registers for today. Okay, so that is how that works. I will review that at the end, but it's a really nice little prize pack. It's got a lot of fun little things in here. Some of the things in here are like oldies but goodies. So this is all Doodlebug product. So we've got the mini clothespins. So this is winter themed. We've got the little tokens. We've got some sequins in the shape of snowflakes. We've got some flowers. We've got some washi tape. We've got this adorable Yeti pin. We've got the odds and ends snowflakes, including acetate pieces. So you get all of those. You get this, look at this cute little rub-on set. So Doodlebug always made their snowmen kind of upside down with the small part on the bottom and the big part on the top, which I thought was really cute. You also get the So Easy stitching rub-ons. You get the mix and match reversible die cut snowmen, so you can build those. And then you also get some rub-on alphas. So all of this is going to go to one lucky winner. And I will review that again at the end of our video. Okay, so we're going to get started. Again, today's live is just on the Simple Stories products that just arrived before Christmas. So I'm going to start with the first collection, and that is a baby collection, but it is a Winnie the Pooh. Now I've got my camera zoomed out a little bit because I want to be able to show the full paper. And sometimes when I put them side by side, I'm not able to do that. So I zoomed out a little bit. So we're not quite as close as normal. So this is the collection pack. Okay, so we have the collection available in the collection pack, and then we also have open stock. Now, open stock is limited. Okay, so we don't have a lot of depth in our open stock. We do plan to continue to carry open stock papers, but again, it will be in limited quantities. So shop early for best selection. And this is the collection pack, but I have opened it up so I can show you what is inside. If you are a fan of all of the Winnie the Pooh things that have been happening in our industry over the last, I don't know, 12 to 18 months, the baby one is probably my favorite. I just think it's the sweetest. Now, there are stamps and dies available for this collection, but they're going to arrive a little bit later because Simple Stories doesn't make dies. Their stamp sets only come out with just the stamp. And they've teamed up with Spellbinders for the Classic Pooh and Classic Mouse collections, and they're creating dies for them. So we have ordered the stamp and die bundles because I know everyone loves to have that die available. And those are just coming a little bit later. So they will be here soon. So keep your eyes out for those. So they will be available, but I won't be showing them today. So this is the 12 by 12 sticker sheet. And of course you get the little Winnie the Pooh icons. I love the postage stamp. So I'm just holding this up. There's a little postage stamp here. And there's another bigger one up at the top, and there's another smaller one. So there's some postage stamp options. They always have, along with their icons, they have all the little words at the bottom here and a border strip. This one's scalloped with the plaid. And then they have little tabs that they include as well. Now, I just got an email this morning about 4 new collections that will be coming out over the next 4 to 6 weeks or so. And they have changed up their sticker sheets. So they are no longer 12 by 12. They have 2 different kinds of sticker sheets, and they're 6 by 12, but you get 2 panels. So they're making some adjustments in their collections as well. And you'll see that in the next release. But for now, we have the 12 by 12 sticker sheets. And then we have our open stock papers. So these are the 3 by 4s. So you can cut those all apart. And they make beautiful card fronts. Or elements on pages. And then always on the reverse side of the divided sheets, the element sheets, is a patterned paper, a solid 12 by 12 sheet. So if you don't like the divided, you could always use the B side. So, and then also if you just use 1 or 2 of the divided cards, it still gives you the option to use that reverse side as well, which is nice. I see a question. Will the calendar series be back in 2026? Oh, heck yes. I'm probably going to rename it, but we'll get into details about that in our December live, which will be coming, I think, next week. Early next week, we'll be doing our December page, which will close out our 2025 calendar series. And then January's release will come in February, and that will be where I kind of rename things and stuff. But we will talk about that in the video for that. I am loving the calendar series. And our customers are loving it as well. So I don't have any plans of discontinuing that at this time. So that's something to look forward to as well. Okay, this is a second 3x4 cut apart, but this is the month. So if you like to do a baby's first year, or even to document a pregnancy, so the first 9 months or the 9 months of a pregnancy, this is a really fun sheet to have. I love this option. And then the beautiful plaid on the back. And then we've got our 4x6 cut aparts, which again, you can make really, really cute cards with these as well. They don't have to just be for scrapbooking. Really nice for mini albums or divided page sleeves. If you're doing a 12x12 album and you have those divided page sleeves where you can put 4x6 cards in there, these are awesome for that. And then you have the reverse side. There's the 100-acre woods. Now, this is what they call their journal elements. So these, again, can be all cut apart, but many of them have spaces for writing. So again, good for mini albums. You can also layer these as background pieces for your photos to collage and do lots of fun things that way. So lots and lots of options, and they're all different sizes, which is nice. And then you've got your reverse side there. And then one of my favorites for all of the paper collections is if they have a tag sheet, because I just think you can do so much with tags. And again, they're great for the fronts of cards, but they're also really great to create elements for your scrapbook layouts as well. And all baby themed. And then the front has all the icon work. And then on the reverse side, you get the pattern on the top, but then you get a sort of a blank area for the bottom of the tag, which you can again use for journaling, or you can put photos on there. Great for layering and all kinds of fun stuff. So that's the tag sheet. And then this one is called Little One, and it is just a 12x12 sheet. You've got a little bit of the Winnie the Pooh graphics in the bottom and a lined paper, and then just a floral on the back. So that would make a really nice title page for an album. But you could also, again, with all the ephemera and things I'm going to show you, you can layer things up and make it a really great one-page layout too. I'm trying to watch comments here. Love this collection. Maybe I should do a baby album to have it ready for someone. Linda, I like your thinking. So here's the thing. In our inspiration group, I did a little post on New Year's Day. And, you know, I'm getting close to being 60, which seems outrageous to me because I don't feel that old. But, I mean, I've been crafting for a long time. And I feel like I'm always chasing it. And so for me, in 2026, I'm going to be very mindful of building my stash of projects and cards and embellishments and things like that. I'm going to craft when something inspires me, and then I can set it aside for a time when I feel creative and I want to create a page or a card, and I can kind of have elements already done. So it's like, I love the concept about, I love this collection. Maybe I should do a baby album and have it ready for someone whenever. So that is a great idea, because if someone is having a baby, or maybe you find out someone had a baby and you've been invited to a shower or something like that, that is not the time that you have to sit down and create an entire album. But when you are just doing your thing in your craft room, that is when you can do it. And you're right. Pooh is timeless. As terrible as that sounds. It's like, I just love that concept. You know, you see the collection, you love the collection, you want to create something with it. So do it. And then you set it aside and don't forget about it. Don't be the person that creates a huge stash and never ever uses the things in your stash. Be mindful about what you're creating, but it's ready for you when you need it. And you don't have to have that crafting stress to create it. I don't act like I am that old. No, heck no, I don't. No, I'm young at heart. I'll be young at heart, even if I'm unable to move and in a wheelchair and like, oh yeah, I'm just going to always be doing the things. Marie Jose says, one more Christmas party next weekend. The fun never ends, but I see some scrapbooking in my future. Well, that is wonderful. I know Christmas can be a very long season. For me, definitely it starts in August with all the crafting stuff, but it just tends to go on and on. And age is just a number. Love your post. but planning to scrap with the same concept in 2026 after I get through a few existing projects. Yep. I mean, everybody's journey with crafting is different, and that's okay. But I like to share kind of what I'm thinking and what I'm doing, because sometimes it just inspires other people. So I love hearing about other people's journeys as well. So anyways, back to this. So there's the reverse side of, oh no, that's one of the A sides. And then we've got the B. So then you get into just some really nice patterns that aren't necessarily baby related, which I do like, because you can create anything with this. It's very spring looking. This is a very cool way to do a striped paper. I love that they've used ribbon. Okay, so there's all different kinds of ribbon on there. So you can cut those into strips if you want to, but it's beautiful like that. And then the reverse is just a dot. And then look at this beautiful plaid. Now, again, this plaid is really nice, can be used for Easter, springtime things as well. And then there is the reverse of that. And then we have a beautiful floral and a nice sort of coral color on the back. And that does have a pattern. It's got a little tiny diagonal plaid, just tone on tone. And then this one here, this is the last couple of papers in the collection. Just going to remove the cellophane there. But this is kind of cool because what they've done is you can use this as an individual paper. One has the little Polaroid on the bottom left corner, and the other one has something on the bottom right. But you can put these side by side and create a 2-page layout. And they've kind of already done some of the artwork along the side, but you can definitely add things with the ephemera and things I'm going to show you shortly. So lots of really cool things with this collection. And then there is B-sides to both of those as well. So I like how they've done that for sure. And now we're going to move on to, so that was the open stock paper available in this collection, and that's all available as a collection pack. Then we have what they call their basics. Now, these basics are available open stock and in the collection pack. These are so cute. So the collection pack gives you 6 papers, and then you'll get, they're double-sided, so you get 6 different patterns. Okay, so that's a collection. But look at the gingham. It's a very nice fine gingham on one side and then a nice polka dot on the other. So really beautiful staples. So you've got the sort of peach, it's called blush color. You've got bubblegum, which is like a darker pink. You've got buttercup, which is the yellow. You've got pear, which is the green. And then you've got mint, which is like a light teal. And then you've got robin's egg, which is the dark teal. Now, all of these colors coordinate with the Color Vibe collection. Now, I'm just going to grab my swatches, which is another thing I'm super glad I did, because I have grabbed this several times since I've done it, and I kind of wonder how I functioned without it. We did do a Sunday Night Live where I created this swatch card. This is a free download, which is linked to that video. And you can download the template, print it out, and then you can cut your pieces to do your own swatch cards for the Color Vibe paper. And I love it because Color Vibe is our main 12 by 12 line of cardstock that we carry. And it does coordinate with all the Simple Stories collections. It coordinates very well with the Echo Park collections and a lot of the other collections that we carry. So it's a good one. And on one side of the paper, you have a solid color. And then on the reverse side, you get a tone on tone dot. So it does give you an option. It's a white core cardstock, which means that the color doesn't run all the way through, which is kind of nice sometimes because if you sand it, you can expose that white core. So you can do a lot of really cool techniques with it, which is kind of fun. But anyways, if you'll look here, I'm just going to pull out the bubble gum. So on here, there is the bubblegum cardstock, the Color Vibe, and this is the bubblegum basic paper in the gingham. So those coordinate beautifully together. And then this pink is also going to be in the collections as well. And all of these colors will be. So again, picking out colors that coordinate with this will be awesome in the Color Vibe collection. Now, sometimes what Shelby does, and I'm just going to take a quick look on our website. Sometimes what Shelby does is she puts up the coordinating cardstock as an option. What is this called? Classic Pooh Baby. Okay. And it's there as a reference. If you just click on any one of the papers, I'm just going to see if, oh, yes, she did. So if you go to our website, you can click on any of the paper and then scroll down, and under suggested products are all the colors of cardstock that coordinate with this line. So we do that with the Spellbinders collections because then it makes it easy for you to pick out cardstock. But if you get yourself these colors and swatch them out, it will be really easy for you to order, knowing that. So it is quite a helpful thing. But yeah, so, and then if you here's the mint, and then here is the mint gingham. So you can see how nicely that coordinates together. And then there's that robin's egg. So really cool options for cardstock too. So I like how they did that. Okay, so the gingham pack is really fun. Even if you don't like the baby collection, I mean, wow. So you can pick up your favorite colors individually, or you can pick up the pack. Now, if you, yeah, Shelby does rock. Isn't she amazing? Now, Shelby's abilities to be even more amazing are going to shine through shortly. As soon as we get things wrapped up at the store, Shelby's going to be working from home, and she's going to be able to do amazing things because she can focus all of her brain power on our online world. And she is going to be my super assistant, and she's going to be able to do all kinds of great things. And let me tell you, when it's the Carolyn and Shelby show, we do great things. So Shelby's going to have a lot more superpowers in the very near future. So just keep your eyes out for that. But yeah, so you can buy this as a collection, and then you can also buy it individually. Now, if we have these items sell out, this is what is going to be really important for you guys. If you can't find something, or you saw something in a live and you don't see it anymore, just email us and let us know, and we'll get more. It's not a problem. If we don't hear a lot of chatter, then we figure, you know what, people have moved on. We're going to move on too. So just let us know if there are things that you want. Okay, so that is the basics pack. Oh my gosh, this is taking forever, and we are only on the first collection. Okay, then we've got a page kit, which is also really cool. They don't do these for every collection, and sometimes they don't make sense, so we don't bring them in, but it definitely makes sense for this one. So this one is 2 double page spreads that are already kind of designed for you, and you just have to put them together. So really cool ideas. And inside here, so you can see the papers are a little bit different in here than the normal papers that you buy. They kind of have designs pre-printed on them. So here's your base papers for both of those layouts. And this is not 2 separate pieces. It's printed that way. So it kind of gives you that base. And then there's all kinds of embellishments that you can add on top. So you can still add your pop dots and do your inking and all those fun things. And then you also get a sheet of, what does it say here? Chipboard? Die cut pieces. Yes. So there's 29. Oh, there are chipboard. So 29 chipboard pieces, your 4 sheets of base cardstock sheets, 46 die cut pieces. And then there's step-by-step instructions if you want to follow along. So it's a really great way to create a couple of pages pretty quickly. And they're beautiful. They're not, too basic that you think, oh, wow, that's kind of simple. But you can always add different things that you have in your stash, or if you pick up embellishments that go with the line, you can always spruce it up that way too. So there is a page kit, and then there's also a card kit. So this is a great way to create a bunch of baby cards for that stash you want to have, so that when someone does have a baby or a shower or something like that, you don't have to have that stressful crafting experience where you've got to quickly put a card together and you can't find the stuff in your room and you run out of adhesive and all the things that crafters do. You just go over to your little drawer and you pull out the 7 or 8 baby cards that you've got made, and you decide which one works best for the person that you're giving it to. That is my idea of stress-free crafting. And so getting a kit like this is super fun because you get to create 8 different cards that you can use for babies. And even let's say that you don't like this Tigger on here. You can use every other element on that card except for the Tigger, and you can replace it with whatever the heck you want. So again, kind of think outside the box. You can use these products in any way you want. You could buy this card kit and use the embellishments for scrapbook layouts if you want to, whatever you like. But in here, you get 32 chipboard pieces, die cut pieces, almost 70. You get card bases and step-by-step instructions. No envelopes included, but there's a lot of great stuff in here, like a lot. So that is the card kit that comes with that. Now, on top of all of that, we've got some great embellishments. And I think I'm going to kind of switch my camera back. I'm just going to see if I can do this on the fly. Oop, that's me. Okay, this is just a little bit more zoomed in. Okay. So we have chipboard. So you can get a 6x12 piece of chipboard that has all kinds of different icons on it. So you can see how great that is. Oh, you know, I'm going to use this camera. I don't like the other camera. The coloring on this is way better. Do you guys see a better view than I did before? It looks more focused too. Okay, my bad. We're going to use this camera moving forward. Okay, so that's a really great chipboard set. And then you could even use the card front on the layout. Oh, heck, you can. There's no rules in crafting. You can do whatever you want. And I think it would look great. So then we've got the foam stickers, which is one of my personal favorites because it comes dimensional already. So you don't have to like stack die cuts or put foam squares or anything behind it. You can just use these great things. And look at how cute these little titles are. So really great for mini albums and for layouts. And it's 2 sides. So you get lots and lots of options. Isn't that fun? So that's the foam squares. There is a 6x8 paper pad. So you can create cards. So all the patterns that I showed you before with the 12x12 paper, this is the same stuff, only it's scaled down a little bit. The prints are smaller. Plus you get some papers in here that are exclusive to the pad. You don't get them in open stock. And you can do layouts with this. I just did our December calendar page using a 6x8 pad. I didn't use one 12x12 sheet of paper, except for my background, which was white. And then I created kinds of fun stuff on it. So don't discard the 6x8 pads if you are a 12x12 scrapbooker, because there is so much potential in these pads. And it's a nice way to get a variety of pictures, not pictures, a variety of papers all in one stack. So if you like the whole line, it's a great way to get the whole line if you don't want to get the 12x12 collection pack. And all the little tags and things are all mini. So super fun things. I love how gender neutral this is, girl or boy. Well, you know, baby lines are tricky. I think there's some pink in here and there's some teals and blues and there's lots of yellows. So I think there's enough variety that you can pick it to be gender neutral if you want. But if you want that, you know, flair of girl or boy in your creation, you can do that too. So there's options. And then there's also these adhesive brads. So you get all these beautiful brads, and then you also get chipboard pieces here as well. And then I love the enamel dots. So these ones have the little bit of glitter in them, just a little tiny bit of sparkle in them, but look how beautiful and pastel they are. And then you get them in a bunch of sizes as well. So that's nice. So those are those embellishments. Now Simple Stories is going super heavy on ephemera right now. I don't know. It must be a big seller for them because they're doing a lot. Now I cannot open all of them. We don't have time for that. That would be like a 5-hour live, but I will open like one of them. Let's just see. Let's take a boat. You guys in the comments, just type in what you'd like to see. So we've got the large, big bits. We've got the page pieces. We've got the regular bits and pieces. We've got florals, journal, and sentiments. So maybe just, you know, throw in the comments, which one would you like to see up close? I will show you the backs of the packages, but we'll just see which one is your favorite and you would like to see up close. Because I'll dump that out and we'll kind of go through it just quickly, just so you can get an idea of the kinds of things that are in these packages. Because I'm telling you, like, this is awesome. Oh yeah, you're all going to pick something different now. Okay, so I've seen several for journal. Now these are really fun for overlapping and clustering. Okay, so if you if you like to do that, then, oh my gosh, it's so fun. So I did open the journal ones, but I'll show you the back of the other ones. So just to show you, splendiferous. So you've got little Tigger on there. This is a little tag. And that, so see, this is like a really nice layering piece. You've got Winnie the Pooh attached there. You can record information about the baby. You've got another little tag here with Winnie the Pooh on it. So these ones have lots of options for like writing things, but, oh, look at all these fun little things. I love these blank ones because if you've got stamp sets in your stash, you can personalize these with the stuff that you have already. So go to your baby section and maybe you have like a stamp set that just has like baby words or baby one-line things, and you can add anything you want to that, which I love those blank options. And here's another Winnie the Pooh one. And then you've got tags. And then here you've got even like little borders. Like look at that delicate scallop on there. Isn't that cool? And you've got big banners. So again, if you've got sentiments that you want to stamp on there, you've got Rick Rack. Remember Rick Rack? My mom was a sewer when I was a kid, so I remember Rick Rack. I mean, how cute is this? Like you can put a little date on there. Baby shower details, like all kinds of fun stuff. So, oh, and these little tabs. Oh, come on. Little tabs that you can kind of tuck in the edge of a photo. So there is a lot of stuff packed in here. So in this particular package, there's 40 pieces. That's 40 pieces in one package. Now I'm just going to quickly tuck this back in here because otherwise I'll have ephemera everywhere. But I'll show you the backs of all of the others. And it's going to be like a similar aesthetic as this one. Just different options, and each package offers something different. So the journaling ones offer a lot of areas to write, but they do make beautiful layering pieces. I've got to say, I used to not like the journaling ones that much, but I really like them a lot. They have a lot of potential. So that's the journaling one. So this is the sentiment one. So this one's going to be sentiment heavy. So like words and quotes and things like that. Now they offer them in lots of different ways. So some of them are just like one line, like banners. Some of them are larger words. So you can mix and match them however you want. And they go great with the journal pieces. And then if you like to have florals, this is the floral one. And there's lots of options. So you can cluster those florals up. Really nice if you've got a girl. But the florals can be used outside of the baby album too. It doesn't have to just be for babies because flowers go with everything. And now these ones are the regular bits and pieces, and they tend to have a little more icons in them. So you've got lots of things there. And I love that little banner across the top there. There are some words in this one as well. So it's kind of got a little bit of everything. And then the page pieces, they're designed for scrapbooking, but not exclusive to that. They're a bit larger pieces. So you get like a title. And you get a few larger icons and things, but it's not super heavy. So it's only 14 pieces. So it's not like lots, but look at the size of that welcome title. So there's my hand. So it's scaled for scrapbooking. And then you've got your big bits. So this is fun. I'm going to open this one up just because it's a little bit different and it doesn't take much to put it back. But these ones are really cool. They don't have them for every collection, but they are a bit larger too. So look at this one, baby on the way. And then it's like a word search with like baby related things on it. I like that. And like, look at the size of this tag. You can even color that in if you want. This is like a little stack of quotes. You've got a large floral. Like, look at the size of the Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. They're so cute. Now these little sections here, they pop out. So you actually get holes through there. So that looks really cute. And there you've got a little Polaroid. I love the baby title, like the banner. So you get several Winnie the Pooh options, which is kind of fun. I love the little baby footprints. So that looks like that. So yeah, lots of really fun things that you can do with all of these great things. And then you get some hearts too. So those are called the big bits. And it's all super cute because it's got Winnie the Pooh on it. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Okay, so that's it for baby. You know, that's it. all that. Okay, let's see if we can whiz through some of the other ones and not take quite as much time. Okay, so the next one I'm going to share is, but again, you know what? Think about this as a trip to the store, okay? And you're looking at the new collections that just came out. So if you had to get in your car and you drive all the way over there and, trudge in there and say hello to everybody, and then, you got to get down to business and check everything out. It'd probably take this long anyway. So this is called Simple Vintage Junk Drawer. So this is one of their vintage collections, which always do really, really well. And again, we have collections and we have open stock, but open stock is limited. So you don't want to wait too long before you start shopping for this, because things are going to sell out. And then, we kind of move on. Like we've already got 4 more collections on the way. Like they're going to be here in the next 4 weeks or so. So it doesn't give us that long to sell through this stuff before the next round comes. So we don't reorder. We kind of just move on. So I'll show you, this is all available as a collection. There's your 12 by 12 sticker sheet. And like I mentioned, sticker sheets are going to change in the next round of collections, because I noticed that they aren't having 12 by 12 sheets anymore. They have 6 by 12s, 2 sheets in a pack, and there's different varieties. So, but it is a very vintage kind of look. Again, icons. They got all the little words, and then they do have a border strip along the bottom. So just like the other baby one that I showed you. And then this is what is in the collection pack, but also available as open stock. So we've got our 4 by 6 cut aparts. And then on the reverse side, you're going to get a full sheet of patterned paper. This is their 3 by 4 elements. So again, these can all be cut apart in 3 by 4 cards. Lots of layering done on these. Like it's already kind of printed right on the paper for you. So you don't have to do a lot of the work. If you added a couple of extra bits of ephemera, ink the edges and pop them up, it kind of makes it look 3-dimensional, which is really fun. And there is the reverse. So if you really like that florally vintage look, these are the journal elements. So again, these can all be cut apart separately as strips like that you can stamp things on. This is a longer one. This is a longer one. This is a shorter one. These are all shorter. So they're all different sizes. And I love this. This is like a collaged, the old like letters or notes that people wrote out. And it's kind of like got a tea-dyed look to it. The tags, you can never go wrong with the tags. And then there's the reverse side. So a little bit different than the baby line. Although they are not completely plain, they are less busy as all the graphics on the front. And this one's called Simple Pleasures. Again, they've done some layering on the paper already, but it's got that nice journal background. The keys and the watches. So cool. I love anything with text. I love this look. So this is Notes and Things. And then you've got the old type icons on there. And the drawers. So this would make a really cool photo collage type of paper, or you can cut them all up. But can you imagine? It's already gridded for you. You can put a photo in each one of those squares, which is really cool. Julie, I agree. Simple Stories is definitely one of our favorite paper collections. We pretty much order all of them unless they're really weird. We've got butterflies. And then these are cool too. These are like little envelopes. And again, you can cut these out. You can fussy cut these out like library cards, all kinds of fun things on here. Another floral, more collage work on there. And this is called All the Possibilities, but lots of different flowers. This is a beauty. I love that. It's a nice chocolate brown with a pattern on it. Words. I forget what this is called. I have a tray that had dies like this in it. And there's the text. I love the text too. And look at this. This one's all clipboards. So again, if you don't like the artwork on here, that's okay. You can put a photo on here and make it look like it's on a clipboard. So really cool things you can do on this. So that's all of the papers that come in that collection. So this is the same as that chocolate brown one, only you've got that that sort of that blue, that teal blue. So really fun elements. And then there is a basics pack as well, which is right here. And on one side, it is a dot. And on the other side, it's like a journal page. So this is only available in a collection pack. We don't have open stock of this, but we did order the neutral one. This one is Magnolia. I don't know why they call it Magnolia. Isn't that yellow? But look, this is what it looks like. So you've got your journal page on one side and you've got your dots on the other. And this is that really just neutral color. So this is available in open stock. Okay, but this is only available in the collection pack. And then we have a card kit for this. Again, a really nice way to get some cards in your stash that would be ready to go. And it has that really nice vintage sort of look. So you make 8 cards and there are 42 chipboard pieces, 88 die cuts, your card bases, step-by-step instructions, no envelopes though. Okay. Oh yeah. If you like to do junk journals or anything like that, this is a great collection. And then there are also the foam stickers. So these are the ones that are dimensional. They have great title options, but lots of little icons and things too. And they are double-sided. So you get 2 6x12 sheets in this. This collection has rub-ons. Now, ladies, I gotta say, you do not want to skip over the rub-ons. Even if you're not a scrapbooker, these make great card fronts. You can rub this area on right here and put a sentiment across it, and you've got a beautiful card. Oh my gosh. So really, really cool options for rub-ons, and they make backgrounds really beautiful too. So we've done a lot of that in our calendar classes where we've used rub-ons to create our backgrounds. So definitely check that out. And then you've got your decorative brads. And so you get all of these brads here, and then you get the chipboard accents, and then you get the enamel dots. Now there's no glitter in these. These are just solid, but translucent at the same time in the beautiful colors that coordinate with the line. And then again, lots and lots of ephemera with my tray that you can get. Now I'm going to open up, this time I'll open up the regular bits and pieces because it's got more icons in it. So you can see, I see tickets, which is really fun. So you've got, you know, your clocks and your collaged pieces. So this is all one piece, but it looks dimensional. You've got all kinds of little pieces. Now, my favorite thing to do with some things like this is to take this, and I won't do it because someone's going to buy this. You just crumple it up and then unfold it and then take your ink and kind of go over it. And that gives it texture and dimension when you go to put it on your page. These are super cool slides. So you get words in here, some going horizontally, some going vertically. You get titles, so they're big enough for titles. I love the tickets. You can tear that apart. So you get several colors of those. Lots of little things that are just like one word options. Some more collaged pieces. So it just goes on and on. Oh, this is a fun one. So you got that little Viewmaster in the background there. Oh, and you even get the drawers. So lots and lots of options. There are 57 pieces in this package. 57. That's a lot of pieces. So if you bought the collection pack and a few packs of ephemera, you're going to have lots because you get the sticker sheet and like all this fun stuff. So again, you know, to make multiple pages that are kind of cohesive, really nice for vintage style photos, like older ones. Okay, so that's all back in there. And then these are the florals. So you get butterflies and flowers. These are the, they call them Simple Vintage Junk Drawer Ephemera. So these are bigger, but they're all kind of layered and clustered. So similar to the big bits, but a little bit different. And then these are the journal ones. So again, you get all those pieces that give you space to write, but also great pieces for layering. And then there are page pieces as well, which are a little bit fewer and larger, more scaled for layouts, but can definitely be used for other things too. So you get that nice title, Timeless Moments, and you get some beautiful butterflies and things like that in there too. So that all goes with the Simple Vintage Junk Drawer. Okay, so that is that collection. Woohoo, that's 2 done. Then we have, next up, this one is called Take Note. So this is one of their, what I call generic collections. It's not themed for really anything, which is kind of nice because you can use it for birthdays. You can use it for just everyday scrapbooking, like, you know, just everyday photos. Not necessarily, well, you could use it for birthdays, but like not necessarily like the milestones that we tend to scrapbook over and over again. I like collections like this. So again, collection pack and open stock available. 12 by 12 sticker sheet. So you get all your icons, your words, and your borders at the bottom. So similar format each time. And then again, similar format with papers too. So you've got your 4x6s with pattern on the back, your 3x4s that you can cut apart, pattern on the back. These are the journal ones, so different sizes and configurations with florals. And these ones are nice because there's room for photos in some of these too. So they don't all have to be for journaling. You can definitely add photos. So to create some unique mats for your scrapbook pages. Love the tags. So there's the busy side with all the icons. And then here is your toppers with the patterns, but you get the grids and lines and things for your tags. This one is called Just a Little Note. So it's the sort of journal paper that they include in each collection. It's a nice color. Your floral. And then there's kind of a black and white floral on the back. The cameras. Who doesn't love a good camera? And these ones are nice and chunky, so you could definitely fussy cut those out. And then you would have a lot of cameras. Again, this is another really great way to mat photos. If you're doing smaller pictures, because these are all different colors that coordinate with the line. And you can just use those as mats if you want. Sort of a geometric stripe with a grid on the back. Another floral with a plaid. This is called Make It Count. Black and white dot. So very neutral color palette. Choose to Soar. Text on the back. Got some pencils and the dot. So that's the collection pack. And again, available as a collection or as open stock. And then there is a card kit for this. You can make 8 cards. If you don't like the sentiments that are on here, you can add sentiments from your stash. If you're a card maker, you can certainly switch them up. 34 chipboard pieces, almost 90 die cuts, your bases, instructions, no envelopes. Okay, so that's how that works. And then we have our foam stickers. We've got our enamel dots, which are, again, that translucent look, but no glitter. And then lots and lots of ephemera. So we've got our journal pieces. These ones come with little tabs. We've got our floral pieces. We've got our regular bits and pieces. This is the office ephemera. So it's geared more towards office supplies. But look at, there's a cool film strip in here. There's a globe. You could use that for travel. I love the little dividers. Again, they have like office supply spin on them, but can be used for anything generic. You can put photos on there. There's a cute little tag with a bow, Polaroid, more cameras, some tickets. You've got the page pieces, which is geared a little bit more to scrapbooking, but can definitely be used for other things. So that's all of the ephemera for that one. So that's that collection. Again, it's called Take Note. And then one more. Whoops, almost put it on the wrong shelf. One more. Now this one's kind of a fun one. This is more specific, and we don't see this kind of thing a lot, but it's really cool. So collection pack. This one is called Game Night. And if you guys get together and play games, I even know over the holidays, a lot of people play games and stuff because your family's all together. This is a fun one. So collection kit and open stock, but again, limited open stock. It's going to go quick. Look at that sticker sheet. So all of your favorite games, they've got kind of icons. Here's your Monopoly money. Here's your, what's that? Twister spinner. Your Scrabble tiles. You've got bingo. You've got Connect 4. You've got ping pong. You've got game pieces with dice and stuff that reminds me of Sorry. Just tons of really fun things. These are pool balls, which I think is also really cool. And again, you've got your words and then your border. And here are your papers. So I like how they've done it, you know, family fun. That can be used for lots of things. It doesn't have to be games. This is like Candyland or Snakes and Ladders. And there's your like twister there. It's so fun. And then there's the reverse side. And then this is the 2x2 and 4x4 elements. So we haven't seen this yet in the other collections, but this is something they do sometimes. So you've got 4x4s, and then these are 2x2s through the middle. And these are the 3x4s. So they've got darts in here. They've got dominoes, sort of the game of life. Oh, love a good checkerboard pattern. As most of you know, I do race, so we always love a good checkerboard pattern. And then you've got your journal elements, which can be cut apart. And this is like this, remember the jacks, where you throw the jacks and the dice and whatever, and that's an old game, but that looks like those. The tags, there's your go to jail from Monopoly and the Railroad. I just think this is so fun and so sorry. It's really cute. And again, you can use that for a get well card or something. Like there's lots of things you can do. Oh, the tag with the checkered board. Then you've got your Monopoly board. And you've got dice on the back. So these are all open. Like you could use your stamps and you could put different things in there, and you could really create a fun page around your family with this kind of thing. There's so many options. These are all the game pieces for different games. And a nice grid on the back. I love this paper. So this one is really cool. Like you could cut out these individual things. This is their striped paper. But look, like really, really fun things. Oops, and there's the reverse side. And then this one's like a Scrabble board. So you could cut out paper with letters on it, and like you could fill in words and do all kinds of fun stuff. So although it's a game themed line, you don't necessarily have to have game themed photos, but there's tons you could do. I love this. They have 6x6 papers, basically on a 12x12 sheet. If you're a card shark or go to Vegas or anything like that, you've got all of the card symbols. There's another stripe, the domino pieces, and scorecards on the back. So that is the 12x12 papers. Again, open stock and in a collection. And then we have the foam stickers. Like, look at this foam sticker here. It's got that Chutes and Ladders kind of feel. And then you've got the timer. You've got cards, puzzle pieces, bingo, the spinner, like tons. And then there's your Scrabble tile holder. Like, it's just so fun. And then we've got a 6x8 paper pad. And then we've got our enamel dots. Now, these ones do have a little bit of sparkle to them. I don't know if the camera picks that up, but it's just a little bit of twinkle in there. And then you've got your page piece ephemera. There's even some Monopoly money in there. These are the big bits. So you got your spinner, and look at the spinner dial is separate. So you could actually make it spin. Ooh, that's fun. You've got your go directly to jail guy, and you've got some different cards there. And then these are the regular bits and pieces. So more icon heavy. And then here are your journal pieces. So isn't that a great collection? I love it. So much fun. Okay, now to top all of this off, Simple Stories came out with a non-paper related product as well. And it is something that is out on the market for sure, but I think they've done it very, very well. Now, these are craft storage pouches, and they have the mint trim on them, and then there's a zipper closure. I have quite a few of these types of pouches in my collection. These are the best quality I've seen. It's like a vinyl material with mesh, and it is very, very sturdy and very, very well made. But the potential here is crazy. So I'm going to start with the smallest one. So this one here is a 10x6 vinyl storage pouch. Now, Simple Stories is a paper crafting company, so they are gearing all of these things towards scrapbooking, but I am also a card maker, and I need to see the full potential in these things. So this pouch is wonderful for storing embellishments. So you can load this up. These are not gusseted, but they do expand. So you can fill them up quite a bit. And because they're such good quality, you can really load them up. Marie Jose, what brand are the pouch? These are Simple Stories. This is all Simple Stories product. So again, you can load this up with embellishments. So if you want to, go to town and put all your embellishments for a collection in here. Now, I think more of like when I'm going to my friend's house to craft. But some of these things can be used to store things in your craft room. Again, I don't think scrapbooking. I would keep all those things together for myself. But if you're going somewhere, it's an amazing way to organize yourself. But you can fit tons and tons and tons of embellishments. Like I'm putting all of these journal things in here and the enamel dots. Let's see if this will fit too. I think so. So like this is all of it, and you can zip it up and it's all in there. So if you are doing like an album or quite a few projects with the same collection, it's a great way to keep yourself organized and put all your bits and pieces back in there. So all of those great things. But as a card maker, I'm going over to my friend's house and I have projects planned. I don't want to bring my whole ink stash, but I want to bring the colors I'm going to use. I've got my full-size ink pads here, and I can fit 6 of them in here very easily and still zip up my pouch. So there is the ink I'm going to use when I'm at my friend's house. Everything is there. It's not, the lids aren't popping off in my bag, and they're not making a big mess. So, and I don't have to take my whole ink collection with me. I can, if I've got projects planned, it's very easy. So that is one option. The other option that I kind of came up with, because again, I have a crafting weekend coming up, and I'm starting to think already, okay, I want to get some things organized so that I don't have to take my whole room with me. So Joanne is saying they look waterproof. Well, I think water could get in the zipper area, but these, I'm telling you, like the quality is really, really good. So here's another option. So sometimes when I go to my friend's house, I don't always just work on projects. Sometimes it's a good time to get caught up on, getting your card bases ready, or maybe you're part of our card swap and you want to get your things addressed. Well, here is a great option for me. I've got some envelopes and card bases, so those can go in there. I've got my sticky notes that I put inside my cards, so that can go in there. I've got the ink that I use, and I've got my custom stamps for the back, and I can zip that up and it's ready to go. Everything is in there. Like I don't have to worry about it, lids popping off. I can't find my stuff. When I want to work on this, I just pull my pouch out. I work on it. I put everything back in the pouch, back in my bag it goes. So it stays organized while I'm traveling to my friends' places. Or I've been doing this a lot lately. Sometimes at the end of the day, I still have work to do, but I want to get out of my office. I've been sitting at the chair too long. I want to sit out in the family room with my husband, and I want to watch TV. I like to have these little project pouches done so that I can just take this pouch out to the TV and I can get my card bases and my stuff stamped and ready to go. And I'm not making a big, huge mess out there. And when I'm done, I put it back in the pouch, bring it back in my room. I can put the stuff away. I can load up the pouch with something else. So that's the smallest one. So that's the one that is 10 by 6. Okay. So there's just a couple of ideas for our card making friends. And again, works great for all the scrapbook supplies. So I really love that. So that's the small one. Then we're going to go to the next size. This one is the 13 by 10. Again, super great quality. Same as the last one. That vinyl material, zipper closure. So everything stays in there. Things aren't going to be flying out. Again, load this up with all of your embellishments for the whole collection. You can put everything in there. But as a paper crafter that does more than just scrapbooking, I want to know what else I can put in there. And I tend to do my card making when I go to my friend's house more often. I also tend to need to organize my card making supplies a little bit better when I'm working on projects. So here's a big thing. If I'm working with several colors of cardstock, 8.5 by 11 cardstock fits in there perfect. Perfect. Like you can put several packs in here too. So maybe you want to take all of your papers that are like your layering white, your card-based white, your alcohol marker white paper, all of that could go in one pouch. Your basics, maybe your specialty papers or whatever that you want to transport or even store on a shelf in your craft room. The other thing that I have are kits for events that I have signed up for and have not completed yet. How many of you have those things? Oh my God. So the kits come along with booklets. Here's my booklet into the pouch. Then they come along with all the stamp sets that go along with them. So this one was from Pink Fresh. It was the masculine card class. You get a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff. Look at it all going in here, everything. So I'm going over to my friend's house and I'm going to work on this particular event. Everything I need, all the stamps, the dies, everything, the booklet, it's all in there, zipped up, ready to go. Okay. And then in my smaller pouches, I can put out some of the other things that I want to use, maybe my cardstock, my embellishments I want to take along, my adhesives, my ink pads, whatever. And it goes. This is a great way to store those events. Everything is in one place. I can put a note in here with the name of the Facebook group, the YouTube channel. I can print stuff out, ideas, different things like that. I can put them all in the pouch and it's right there. And then I store my pouches on my shelf and I label them on the outside so I know exactly what's in here. Because it might be 5 years before I get to this, but I know it's here. Maybe I have a friend that wants to borrow something. I know where I got it from. It's so cool to be able to have yourself organized like this. I cannot tell you how many times I have done this with my event kits and gone, you know what? I'm so glad. Or maybe you have a particular die system. I'll use the waffle flower postage collage as an option because there's a lot of things that go with that. And it's nice to have everything in one pouch. When you want to use it, you pull it off, you can go through, pick what you need. Everything goes back. Everything postage collages together. My favorite things used to have the money card system. All of that goes together. Maybe you have interactive dies. All your interactive dies go together. So it's a great way to organize stuff. And like I said, these pouches are great quality. So you can put a lot in here and not worry about it splitting open on the side and all that kind of stuff. So that is the 13 by 10. Now we're going to get into the big one. This one, oops, the little tag is missing off this one. This one is the 14 by 14. So again, really great for scrapbookers because now that I've ripped this all apart, pretend this is a collection pack. Okay. The whole entire collection pack fits inside here. Okay. So the collection pack and all of the embellishments, everything can fit in here. So if you want to store your paper collections like this at home, you can do that. You can put this all together. You can even fit like mini albums in here. You can put all kinds of stuff in here. So like great way to organize. If you want to know about pricing and stuff like that, go to the Simple Stories brand on our online store. You're going to see all different icons in there and the storage pouches are going to be in there. So, yeah, it's like so much stuff. Now, to top it all off, you've got those great pouches. This is the bag. This is the Simple Stories, what do they call this? Craft bag. So this bag is 16 by 16 and it fits all of the other bags. So it has the long shoulder strap. So you can put this on your shoulder and it kind of hangs down nicely. So it fits nicely on your arm. It has the zipper pouch on the top. So all of those bags I just showed you, like this big 14 by 14 one, it fits inside here. Like what? And then you can put in the other one that has the 8.5 by 11 papers and all those fun things. You can zip that up. But it's also got another pouch on the front here, which you can unzip. And you can put your smaller items in there. Okay, so now all of that stuff is going to fit in here. And you've got one bag. Everything is organized in one bag. I love it. And again, it's got that beautiful mint trim on it. It's got the zippers that are very high quality. The vinyl mesh is super strong and everything would be all in one thing. So great for project organization, great for traveling to your friend's house, because let's be honest, You're going to your friend's house for a day, not a week. You can put most of the items you're going to use in one day in one bag. And then maybe you have one tote that has like, you know, your adhesives and your tools that you might use and whatever. And so you're going to your friend's house with 2 bags. That's it. They're all, you know, available. Like, what? I just love this idea. So that is that. And these are all can be ordered individually. So you don't have to order like the whole system. You can get just the small bag if you want just the small bag. You can get just like any of them can be ordered separately. So again, not a new concept, but this one works really nicely together. I anticipate that we're going to sell out of this very quickly. January is a month of organizing, and people love to organize their craft supplies. It's actually like almost better than crafting sometimes. So we will be ordering more. Now, Simple Stories has said they've done a limited run on these. I guess they're just seeing how popular things are going to be. So they could sell out. But I am going to put in an order almost right away because I know people are going to love these. And I'm going to be sending out an email with a link to this video so people will be able to see and will be able to refer you back to this video over and over again. So that is that. So that is all the new Simple Stories stuff. Anybody have any specific questions that they want to ask about any of the things that we just talked about before I sign off? I'm going to review my draw, but I'm happy to answer any questions. Do you want to see anything else up close? I'm happy to show that. That's what these videos are all about. If you're watching this on replay and you want to see something up close, you can send us an email and we can do like a short little video and send it to you. You know, we can do all kinds of things. So we are here to help, and we are definitely open to suggestions. So I see a few people have joined in late. That's not a problem. You can go back and watch on replay. Question: will you be ordering the Gina K kit this month? You know, we're getting a lot of buzz around that. She's saying it's going to be a mega kit. Just so we're clear, we get zero information about the kits until you do. So we can't pre-order them. They are a retail only item. So we don't know any information. We will be ordering. We will do it in our normal pre-order fashion. The night of the release, the day of the release, we'll send out an email with information about how the release is going to work and when it's going to be and all that kind of stuff. That comes out the morning of. You need to read that email. Guys, I can't tell you enough. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm preaching or complaining, but you guys do not read. Like, you do not read. I send out information. Nobody reads it. I like, oh my gosh. We cannot go and knock on your doors to give you information. If you do not read what we send out, you will not be informed. Start a folder in your email where our emails go and you put them in there. Because if you have a question, we've likely already answered it. Not always, but likely. So please, please, please read the information that we send out. So all that information about the release will come out the morning of. And you'll be able to pre-order and so on. Okay, let's look here. Storage, you have already sold out of the large. Yeah, well, I knew that was going to happen, but we'll order more. Again, now, if you're interested in items, please email us. Say, I want this item. Please reserve it for me. So we'll order, and then we let you know as soon as it arrives, and that's the way you're going to get it. Let me see here. Will you be ordering game papers? Simple Stories have a card kit. I'm not sure. The thing is, sometimes with the Simple Story stuff, like, do we want a game night card kit? I don't know. Let me just go on here really quick. I can see if they do. I was just on there last night, but it's super easy for me to find. Game night. Blah, 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 blah. No card kit for the game night. Because we don't always order it if it doesn't make sense. But no game night card kit for that. So that answers that question. Anything else? Will you be getting the new waffle flour release? Oh, heck yeah. We have already got it ordered and it is already shipped. So it's on its way to us. So that's awesome. Anybody else want to ask any more questions? So again, draw. The draw will run. The draw will happen tomorrow I'll do a random draw using that name thing with the wheel of names. I'll post the winner tomorrow. In order to qualify, you have to put in an order for anything today. You have till midnight today. Minimum $25 will get you into the draw. And you are going to make sure in the comments of your order that you say live. Because if you don't do that, I don't add you to the draw. Okay. And you're going to get this whole package of stuff and we will add it to your box. Let me see. Are you going to be ordering more of the Tim Holtz ink labels? Yes, we've already ordered them, but they are on back order right now. So Jennifer, please email the store and we will make sure we get you on our notify list. Thank you for email explaining in detail the shipping notices and processes. It helped. Okay, so and that just to say too about questions about starting a box, buddy box, shipping, that's all on our website. The information is there. If you email us about it, we're going to send you over there because we did make changes. And we're going to continue to make changes as we navigate through this whole online thing. And we're trying to make things better. So please, please, please ask your questions. We want you to ask questions. But also, please read the emails that we send out. I know we get bombarded with information. Our inboxes fill up really quickly. So just please email us if you have questions and read what we send out. It's really important. Joanne, we did not order the black printed ones. We thought the white printed showed up better. If you want black printed, just email us. Let us know what you want, and we can get that for you. We looked at both. We thought, well, we don't need both. Why do you need both? Like a label is a label. But we thought the white printing showed up, especially on the dark colors better, like the browns and the blacks and things. The black printing did not look as vibrant, but we are happy to order that if you want. Laura, the explanation on the website and in your email is clear. And guys, let's just talk about shipping for a second since we've got a bunch of people here. Shipping is not expensive. We are very competitive with our shipping rates. I looked at a lot of stores, both paper crafting and others. Aside from like Amazon, which we cannot compete with. Like we are not a multi-million-dollar company with our own courier system and drivers at our exposure. So we are very competitive with our shipping. $99 in Ontario gets you free shipping. $9.99 for a flat rate shipping. There are going to be some exceptions, but when we say that, we mean very minimal exceptions. Very few people are affected. If you live remotely, if you have a PO box and that's the only way you can receive something and we have to go through Canada Post, they are not competitive. So we may have to charge you a few extra dollars. We're not talking $15. We're talking $2, $3, $5, kind of like that. Now you might say, why even bother? Well, if I don't do that and I have 100 customers, that's a lot of money. We are already losing money on shipping. So we need to be practical. We want to stay in business, but we are very competitive with our shipping. Larger items that are oversized often don't require any extra shipping. The flat rate or the free shipping will still apply. So if you have questions, please ask. Don't assume. I had somebody message me the other day and said, okay, I read all your stuff. I see that you need a minimum $150. This person lived in Ontario. The minimum is not $150. That's for out of province. We also lowered that amount. We also lowered the free shipping threshold. We had to keep our shipping rates the same because we, again, are losing money, but we lowered the threshold. So we're trying to do everything that we can to make shipping easy. I can tell you right now, getting to $99 in your box is not going to take long. If you have a buddy that lives close by and you want to share a box with them, you have that option. We are using 14 by 14 pizza boxes, but that's only if you're ordering 12 by 12 papers. We have smaller boxes that we can use for stamps and dies and things like that. We've got lots of box sizes. And like I said, Laura, I know particularly for you, you are very rarely going to experience any kind of oversized shipping charges because of where you live. So if you are in a city, it's usually not going to be a problem. It's when you live like Northern Ontario is really bad. There's not a lot we can do about that. But if you live in Northern Ontario, we could still offer you free shipping, but maybe we have to raise your particular shipping threshold. Get a little bit more in your box first, and then we'll ship it for free. No problem. So, so we did a lot of really great things, and we're watching that all the time. So if we can do more, we will, but we'll have to see how things go. But this is where we're going to start. Anyways, that's enough chatter. We've been here for an hour and 20 minutes, and I've loved every minute of it. Don't forget about our draw. And I will be back probably tomorrow with an inspiration live. And then I'm hoping Thursday night for our crafty live. So Debbie's saying, I can attest to how easy it is to order and accumulate enough for free shipping. And the girls are great about packing your goodies. Awesome. That's good to hear. We want to hear all the good things. And also something new that we're going to start rolling out shortly. When your box hits free shipping, we're going to be sending you an email and telling you you've reached the free shipping threshold. We're going to ship your box in 24 hours. If you want to add anything, go ahead. Now, that is when you communicate with us and say, whoa, please don't ship it yet. I'm waiting for this to arrive. You have those options. The reason we're doing this whole notifying you thing is because in the near future, we're not going to have the storage that we had before, but we do have flexibility. So just communicate with us. That's the only thing that we're asking is email, and read. Okay. So that's it. I'm going to sign off. It was lovely spending time with you guys today, and we will see you all again really soon.